for being here tonight again. Angie's Talk Show. Good evening to all our viewers around the world. Magandang hapon sa mga taga-Pilipinas. Konnichiwa sa mga taga Tokyo, Japan, and also in Hong Kong, in Middle East, and everywhere around the world. Well, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We're so happy and excited to be bringing you another exciting guest tonight. It's women's empowerment, and I know women's empowerment is coming up around March, but now here we are a very special guest tonight, Dr. Angelika Christie. But before we're gonna go there, before I'm gonna introduce you to her, I am going to tell you why we're doing what we are doing right now. So Angie's Talk Show is inspired by so many viewers around the world, people who really want to know on what are these entrepreneurs are doing, how are they thriving in the time of pandemic, and what are they doing different, and how are they unique in their businesses. So it's very important for you guys to really know on what to do, how to do it, and why you should be doing the things that you are doing. So that's why this talk show is inspired for all the thriving entrepreneurs and also business owners. And now, guys, there's a lot of people out there who are really struggling nowadays, especially in these uncertain times. But you know what? Just keep going, keep moving forward. And with all the things that I'm doing, this is a free talk show. We don't, we support all the local businesses. So if you have a business and you want to have a shout out, let us know and we can help you out. So it's for free. And all the people who are coming, special guests that we have, they are also free in coming here to, of course, give you some valuable and informative and lots of benefits to help you out in your own personal development, because we can get inspired, we can get also mentored by these people in how they are doing their business and why they are succeeding. So it's free again to come, and so just make sure, let me know if you want a shout out for your business. Let us know as well if you want to come and participate into the talk show. Thank you very much, because you are giving back to the community and to all our viewers who can learn. And why is it free? Because I know for a fact that even just for over 1,000 viewers around the world, if just 1%, and we can impact into those people's lives, just 1%, that's a huge a deal for us. So that's why we want to give back to the community. We want to help you out. We're going to expand your brand and help you guys moving on to a greater year this year. So hopefully this is going to be very valuable for you too as well. And I'm going to be bringing you Miss Dr. Christie from Bahamas. So I'm gonna bring her to get you guys a little bit about yourself, and she's gonna be telling you on why and where is she from, and what is she doing, and all that good stuff. So we're gonna start and ask her a little bit about who she is and where she's from. So good evening, Dr. Angelika. Thank you so much for joining me in my talk show. Away from Bahamas. I know it's like 10 o'clock now.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me, Angie. And it's amazing. We met a couple of years ago in Canada. And when you hear a little of my accent, it's because even though I live in the Bahamas and I speak English, my native language is German. I am originally from Germany. I moved to the Bahamas in 1978. So that's over 40 years ago. And I followed my soulmate. I met my soulmate in the Bahamas, and even though I was married in Germany, I left my marriage and I moved to the Bahamas. My oldest son went with me. The other two were not allowed to come, which was the greatest heartbreak for me. But now one of the children is here and has a beautiful business and has her own children. So everything turned out really, really, really well. And so here I am. I'm a doctor of naturopathy. My mission is, and my love has always been, to empower women, especially women. But when I had my health and healing center, of course, I did the same service for men. But it looks like women are more driven and open to improve themselves beyond just doing their job. Because as women, we wear so many hats, right? We are the best, the most perfect daughter, and then the best in school, and then marry well, hopefully, or at least try to find the right partner, create or start a family. And so we do all of this, and we serve and serve and give and give and give. And then around 40, we say, oh my God, the children are leaving the nest. What now? Who am I now? So I found that after having had a brick and mortar health and healing center in the Bahamas, I closed it in 2009, and I went online to get a larger reach out and focus especially on women at crossroads. And of course, you can have a crossroad when you are 20 or 30 or so. But I really want to help women who are at the crossroad around 40 or so, where they say, what about me? Who am I? Because even for your business, unless you work, unless you know exactly who you are, unless you are in full power of loving yourself, knowing yourself, having a vision for yourself, you can have all of the systems and all of the smart teachings and coaching on the shelf, but nothing works unless you work. So that's why I focus on women.
That's all. No offense to the men. I know that they're really good as well. But you know what? Having a wife that's really focused on children and focused on them, a better wife make a better man. So that's why I know. I know what you're saying, but men are really wonderful in bringing some like food on the table. But women are the inspiration and also an inspiration for the men. So I know and feel exactly what you're saying.
Yes. And also when it comes to relationships, I believe that it is easier for a woman to revive or inspire or lead the relationship. Men are just men. They know. I mean, they know what they need to do. They have a very own kind of narrow mindset. They know that they want to please their woman, the wife. So she's happy, because if she's not happy, you don't have a happy home. And they provide, not only the provider, also the protector of the children and the whole family. I mean, it's kind of, that's what men have always done, and it's in their primal instinct. So women sometimes forget that men need instructions. They are good at following instructions. They are not very, usually not very imaginative or intuitive. That's more of a female, gift, I would say, because it's really our gift. Men, they know what when they have either their job, or whether that's bringing in money, or at home, they know what they need to do. And of course, when they have their hobby, they know exactly how to do that. But to be, for example, a man usually does not know what you mean if you say you would like to have have snow maybe for Christmas. You may think he could take you on a trip, and he may think he needs a truckload of snow dumping into your backyard. So be very precise in giving good instructions and communication. And I think everything in our lives is about relationship and communication. So
Yeah, and I'm so sorry, guys. That's a great point, Dr. Angelika. I'm so sorry if there's something wrong on my kind of background or like there's the voice echo. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know how to fix it, but I'm really scared to touch anything because I might lose you guys. But anyways, that's a very good point, Dr. Angelika, because for 25 years being my husband, when we are watching basketball, any sport, hockey, whatever, football, when they're watching, you cannot tell them anything because if you tell them something, one is like a drawer in the brain of a man. One is open. One is open. And she will not open 2 or 3 drawers. Only one. So when you open one, he's so glued to what he's doing. Whatever you say, it comes out here. So you're gonna get frustrated. So that's why when you talk to them, you need to hold them between their you need to hold them and say, honey, I like to have some chocolate. Wow, you need to tell them specifically what you like. Don't assume that it's our anniversary or it's my birthday. You didn't give me anything. It's like, well, that time the doors not open, so don't blame them. This is exactly what you're saying, Dr. Angelika, and I feel it. I know exactly what you're saying. For 25 years, I've worked with my husband. He's so wonderful, but at the same time, you cannot expect them to think so many different things one time. You need to give them some time.
Yeah, it's not their nature. It's absolutely not their nature. We can multitask. We can have, as you say, with the drawers, we can have 5 drawers open and we can still handle it. A man has to handle one at a time. So, I mean, that's already one of the things. But what I really would like to talk a little bit about is, because you wanted to give some value for people in business. I believe through all of the different businesses that I had, from a health and healing center to a children's store to a different coaching modalities, I found that there are 7 steps that are really necessary for anything to be successful in business and also in life. And there are 3 critical. 3 are totally critical. And the first one is clarity. There is absolutely nothing happening unless you have clarity about something. So that's number 1. And the second one is courage. You need courage, otherwise you always pull back, because our brain, the crocodile brain, or the ancient part of the brain, doesn't have the ability to have lofty ideas or have think into the future that could be beneficial for you. It's only it can only deal with 3 things. The one is, can I eat it? The second one is, can I be eaten? And the third one is, can I mate with it? So unless it falls under those 3 things, the croc brain, our primal instinct, does not really go much further. So that's why we need courage to push through the things we want, because we have to find confidence and safety within ourselves and be creative. So the third one is commitment. Nothing happens unless you have 100% commitment. 80% commitment is not good enough. And I think we all experience that. I still experience it. If I really want to have something accomplished, if I have a goal, of course you can, do detours because you try something else, it doesn't work, so you have to dust off your shoes and put your sandals back on and start going back on the track. But the thing is, you need to be, you really need to be committed, knowing what the goal is. That's the clarity, and then be committed to the goal, and then do everything. Or today we have to remove everything that is in the way, because we are overburdened or overloaded with all of the gadgets that constantly ring and pull and give us another opportunity to get more clients or so. It's like, it's chaos, it's crazy. You have so much noise in your brain that you're distracted all the time. So in order to be committed to your goal, you really have to make that center point and be totally, maybe not very kind to those people who believe they need your attention, if that takes you away from your goal. You have to make a choice. How important is my dream? How important is my goal? And unless you stay 100% committed to it, those three things will already bring you to what you want to achieve, I believe. I don't hear you anymore, Angie. You are muted.
Okay. Can you see me? Okay. That's why a lot of people, especially women, we tend to do some different things. Like, for example, we always say, "Oh, I can do this, and this, I can do it all." So we tend to praise so many different masters at this time, but not really good in doing what we need to.
Yes.
So that's sometimes you get burnout, and that's our nature.
Yes,
Right?
you are
Right?
so busy, right? Yeah, but
Yes.
busy doesn't mean being really getting closer to your goal.
Yes.
That needs real attention, and it needs side posts, and it needs measurements, and it needs being accountable and being committed, and knowing what you really want.
Exactly. And sometimes we concern that, why am I not successful? Why am I doing wrong? That's exactly what you're. First, I really agree with you. Focus and concentrate on what you really want. And the number one is why. So that you decided into finishing and whatever you and whatever you want. So that's all. So by the way, I want to talk a little bit about Angelika. The Trendsetter company is a very successful on international stage in the Harvard Club of Boston, and the speakers speaking at WestPoint Academy. He also had the Harvard Academy and Rockefeller Center and Carnegie Hall. So that she's very capable and very excellent in helping people, especially women, into the personal development. He's also a trendsetter in personal development, coach and mentor, and Dr. Angelika has been honored awards excellence in leadership, speaking and life transformation. So before I get a broad guys, he is an author, and I wanted to talk about her book.
Yeah, Angie, I don't know, the audio is garbled a little bit. I don't know if it's just the way I hear it or if it's for everybody. I hope it's not for everybody. And I hope that you hear me clearly.
Yes, I hear you clear. Trust me, I know what's going on. But yeah. but you're very early.
Okay, so yes, I wanted to write. I have written a small book in 2011. It's called Your Intelligent Self, um, intrinsic relationship with your body. And there I talk about how the intelligence of your own body really decides your health. It's incredible how, but anyway, we don't want to talk about that book. So that was the first book I wrote. And then after that, I was part of 5 other bestsellers, just part of it, not by myself. But then at the beginning of this year, I said, I need to write, and I want, and I had this goal to need to write this book about relationships. And the title was already clear within me: how to revive your relationship or leave without regret. Because, sometimes there are a lot of women who are in relationships and they are suffering, and they have no idea how to leave. They are frightened, they are intimidated, they feel trapped. And so it is either you revive your relationship or you have to leave, because otherwise it's a slow killing process. But so many women don't know really how to revive their relationship. So anyway, I wrote this book actually in 1 month, because of course I know everything, and not just because I'm a relationship coach, but also through my personal experience. I was married in Germany. I left my husband there, but kept a really good relationship with him, and married a Bahamian man. And after 10 years, I left him. That sounds really, really bad, but otherwise I would have probably been so suffocated. He did not understand that I could not be ruled by him, that I needed to have my own identity, that I could not be just Mrs. Brentford Christie and be his wife without my own identity. And it was very, very, very hard for me to leave, because he was my soulmate. And but we remarried after 10 years. We really understood what our core values were. We loved our the children. The children never suffered. We were really smart in keeping everything on a good level. And we both grew, but mostly I grew. And when I decided to ask him if we could come back together again, I knew exactly what to expect, and he knew exactly who I was then, and who that I had grown into my own. So this is why we have a beautiful relationship now. So I know a lot about also how to keep children, from being pulled in either direction, how to keep them healthy and protected and understanding, and help them to grow as well through all of this, because it is a growing process. So because of all of my personal experience, I felt compelled to write this book. And so I did, and it is going to be launched, I think, next month or the month after. So it has been edited and it's in formatting now, so it will be released very, very soon. And the title is How to Revive Your Relationship or Leave Without Regret.
That is wonderful. Congratulations, Angelika. We have that. Your book. Awesome. So again, Dr. Angelika is from Bahamas. We're going to be sharing that book. I want to say thank you so much, Valerie, for watching. We have Nestor from the United States, LA, and Amy from
Thank you, Amy.
Toronto, Paul
Paul
from the
from the
Philippines,
Philippines,
and
and
Eugene.
Eugene.
Congratulations
Congratulations
and
and
thank you
thank
so
you
much
so much
for
for
being here.
being here.
And we
We
also
also
have
have
Money
Money
More.
More.
Thank you
Thank you
guys
guys
for
for
being
being
here.
here.
And
And
Amy
Amy
said,
said,
love
love
you. So
you. So
that's
that's
awesome.
awesome.
That's
That's
good.
good.
That's
That's
good.
Yes.
So
so
there's
there's
another
another
thing that
thing that
I
I
want
want
to
to
really
really
ask
ask
Dr.
Dr.
Angelica.
Angelica.
He's
He's
very
very
successful in
successful in
her
her
speaking.
speaking.
What
What
can
can
you
you
suggest
suggest
to
to
some
some
of
of
the
the
coaches
coaches
and
and
mentors that
mentors
we
that we
have
have
on our
on our
viewers?
viewers?
So
So
can you
can you
tell them
tell
a
them a
little bit,
little bit,
because
because
you've been
you've been
speaking in
speaking
a
in a
huge
huge
stages,
stages,
and
and
how
how
can
can
they
they
obtain
obtain
that?
that?
And
And
also
also
you
you
are
are
the
the
podcast with
podcast
the
with
Big
the Big
Media
Media
USA.
USA.
So
So
tell them
tell
a
them a
little
little
bit
bit
about
of
that.
that.
Yes, I have a station, a podcast station with um, Big Media. It's called Big Media USA. My station has 6 channels, and so there is a channel for all kinds of things, outstanding women, and about relationship, and about outstanding men. And anyway, if you would like to be interviewed by me, which of course will uh, give you the opportunity to talk about your business, and that be broadcasted to many channels all around the world. Please get in touch with me. Let's talk about it. That would be wonderful. And of course, I do now during COVID. I haven't been on any stage for a year, for over a year now. And so now we have to communicate through Zoom or whatever platform you use, but it is like this. So you can actually reach a larger amount of people. But some people find it more difficult to be on Zoom rather than have a live audience in front of you. When you're on your computer and the camera is just on you, the lights on you, and you have nobody there, you have to self-energize, you have to stimulate and to just inspire yourself, so that you because you don't get any feedback. I mean, if we are in an interview like that, I get feedback from Angie, so that's very nice. But what I can tell you, if you need to do Zoom presentations, just imagine, and we women can do that so easily. Just imagine a great audience right in front of you, right behind your computer. And even though you may have to look mostly into the camera, but also visualize kind of behind it a big audience, and get inspired and play with it. And I believe the best way of getting over any nervousness is be playful. Be yourself, be playful. It doesn't, we are all the same in so many ways. We have um, anxieties, and we have worries, and we have doubts about if we are good enough or how we look and all of this. It's not important. It doesn't really matter. It only matters in our own head. And it's because we are so self-conscious. But others see the best in us, and we sometimes are not able to see the best in us. We are most critical about us. And so let that criticism go. And the best way of doing it is just be playful, just be joyful, and just say, who cares? Do it. Do what you are best at to do, and you will always be in the right place. You will always say the right things, and yes, they can be more polished. I know I can be much more polished if I write, because I can edit when you speak, and spontaneously you do what comes naturally in the moment. You are in the moment, and that can be very scary for a lot of people. But don't be scared about it. practice.
Yeah,
Everything
and
needs a little
the
practice.
thing, Dr. Angelica, is your passion. When you're passionate in what you do, I do understand exactly what you're saying, because
Yeah.
the people that you see when you are on the stage give you energy. And when they give you that energy, it's so amazing to look back up and impact you as them. So it's your passion that really motivates you, encourage you to do that. So it's very important that way.
Yeah.
And also, tell you guys, one thing, the best thing that happened to me with all my traveling is to come to know the people that who does their part, and also it's really I love the fact that she give you advice from her heart, and she speaks from her heart, and she never ever keep things to herself. That's why when it comes to coaching, when it comes to all the mentoring, and you can really feel how passionate she is. So that's why with all the traveling that I have, I thank God I'm so blessed to have met her, because with all the things that she's doing, guys, she impacted, inspired a lot of people, especially women around the world.
Yeah.
So we're so blessed to have her today.
Yeah.
Also,
Can I just
I am wondering, guys, if you have learned tonight something that is really impacting your life, please feel free to share our talk show to other people, for them to hear and learn from all our guest speakers. And also, when you do that, when you comment and share our talk show, Phoenix Marketing and digital design is going to give some complimentary uh, 10 designs, personal designs for you. So they're going to give that to you, and also a consultation. So get them busy. They have this new team together, working together. They're big. So Phoenix Marketing and digital design. So they're doing so amazing. The founder, the CEO of the company is Amy Lu. Hit them, message, and as I said, if you share one of our talk show to the people that you know who can benefit of our talk show, please do so, because you're going to get a complimentary again 10 designs that Amy Lu and her team will be doing for you. They're so good. They have their own team right now. Also, I want to thank Emmanuel Garcia, because he is also giving a consultation, a complimentary consultation for you when it comes to mortgage. So he's a mortgage specialist. So he is going to give you also a free consultation. If you have questions or anything like that, you need to find his name, Emmanuel Garcia. He works at BMO, Bank of Montreal, and he is a mortgage specialist. Also, I want you to also remember this book from My Secret Sauce of Inspiration for any sellers. Mark Calvello is still giving it for free. So if you want a copy, just let me know, and I will be sending you a copy of this book. Dr. Angelika is also sending a link to his free giveaway tonight. We get this giveaway. It's so valuable and informative. Don't miss out. You need to message and share again this talk show to get a download of that ebook that is going to give away. Maybe we can expand more on that, Dr. Angelica. Can you tell them a little bit more about that?
I believe I sent you the link for the 7 C's to outrageous success, the blueprint. Correct? Is that what I sent you?
Yes, you
Yes, you
did.
did.
Okay. Okay. So the blueprint really talks about the seven C's, which I already mentioned. So I talk a little bit more about why clarity is important. What the problem is if you don't have clarity, what the benefits are when you have clarity, and how to get to that point where you have more clarity. So that's with clarity, it's with choice, it's with courage, it's with commitment, it's with community, and it's with collaboration. So there are all these C's, and it's in a way of a blueprint. It's not the full ebook, but just a little portion of everything explained. Which sometimes we don't have a lot of time, and sometimes a blueprint is valuable because then we can work with it rather than reading a whole book about everything that somebody else thinks. If you get a blueprint of something, then you know what it's all about, and you can fill it in yourself. So that's what I want to share with everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
And if
And
you
if you
comment,
comment,
guys,
guys,
if you
if
do
you do
comment
comment
into
into
this
this
talk
talk
show
show
that
that
Dr.
Dr.
Angelika is
Angelica is
giving,
giving,
you
you
will get
will get
download
download
and get
and get
that's
that's
again, it's
again, it's
with
with
all my
all my
years
years
of
of
experience
experience
doing what
doing
I
what I
love
love
doing,
doing,
connecting
connecting
and
and
being with
being with
people.
people.
This is
This is
very
very
important
important
as an
as an
entrepreneur
entrepreneur
and
and
business
business
owner.
owner.
It's
It's
very
very
important to
important to
have it
have it
so that
so
you
that you
can
can
go back,
go
as
back, as
Dr.
Dr.
Angelica
Angelica
said,
said,
it's a
it's a
blueprint.
blueprint.
So
So
it's
it's
very
very
valuable for
valuable
you
for
to
you to
help
help
you
you
out.
out.
So again,
So
we
again,
want
we
to
want to
thank you.
thank
We
you.
want
We
to
want to
thank
thank
Harinder for
Harinder for
watching.
watching.
We want
We
to
want to
thank
thank
Valerie Ines
Valerie Ines
Barbero again
Barbero
in
again in
United
United
States.
States.
We still
We
have
still have
Marlon
Marlon
Smith
Smith
also keep
also keep
watching. Thank you
watching.
guys
Thank you
so
guys
much
so
for
much for
watching
watching
again.
again.
So give
So
us a
give us
shout
a
out,
shout out,
message,
message,
and get
and
all
get
these
all these
perks that
perks
we
that
are
we are
giving
giving
away.
away.
And if
And
you
if you
want to
want
be,
to be,
if you
if
want
you
Dr.
want Dr.
Angelica to
Angelica
talk
to talk
about your
about your
business
business
in
in
Big
Big
Media
Media
USA, you
USA,
can
you can
connect him
connect him
at Dr.
Dr.
Angelica
Angelica
Christie. You
Christie. You
find him
find him on
her on
her on
Facebook,
Facebook,
and he's
and she's
all
all
over. And
over.
I'll
And
be
I'll be
posting
posting
more
more
about
about
her
her
also.
also.
And at the
And at the
same
same
time,
time,
we
we
have
have
also the
also the
training that
training
I'm
that I'm
conducting. This
conducting.
might
This might
be
be
one of
one
my
of my
last
last
training because
training
I'm
because I'm
getting
getting
busier
busier
on our
on our
business.
business.
So I
So
am
I am
going to
going to
train on
train on
Sunday at
Sunday at
6:30
6:30
MST
MST
Mountain
Mountain
Time
Time
about
about
personality
personality
mastery.
mastery.
And
And
I
I
know that
know that
Dr.
Dr.
Angelica
Angelica
can
can
also talk
also
to
talk
you
to
that
you that
you need
you
to
need to
know who
know
you're
who are you
talking
talking
to.
to.
You need
You
to
need to
know
know
what to
what to
say,
say,
how to
how
say
to
it,
say
and
it,
why
and
are
why
you
are you
saying it
saying it
to
to
different
different
personalities,
personalities,
because it's
because
not
it's not
one
one
presentation
presentation
fits
fits
all.
all.
So
So
that's
that's
why
why
it's
it's
very
very
important with
important
my
with my
20
20
years of
years of
experience in
experience in
business,
business,
building
building
organizations.
organizations.
It
It
helps
helps
me a
me a
lot
lot
with this
with this
personality
personality
type.
types.
So it's
So it's
very
very
important,
important,
guys.
guys.
Again, I
Again,
will
I
be
will be
posting the
posting the
link.
link.
What's out?
What's out?
Because
Because
as I said, this might
this
be
might
my
be my
last
last
meeting
meeting
because I'm
because
getting
I'm getting
super
super
busy
busy
in our
in our
business right
business
now.
right now.
That will be this will
This
be
will
on
be on
Sunday.
Sunday.
Again,
Again,
I will
I
be
will be
posting
posting
on
on
this
this
on this
this
talk show.
talk show.
So,
So,
anyways,
anyways,
there's
there's
a
a
lot more
lot more
things to
things
talk
to talk
about
about.
Dr. Angelica. I'm
Angelica, I'm
so
so
sorry for
sorry
the
for the
audio.
audio.
My
My
God,
God,
Dr.
Dr.
Angelica, you
Angelica,
can
you
come
come
back
back
and
and
do it
do it
again
again
with
Yes,
with
me
me
because
because
I
I'm
would
I'm
love to do
sorry
it
sorry
that
that
I
again.
I
don't know
don't know
why
why
and what
and what
happened to
happened to
this,
this,
but
but
I
I
really do
really do
apologize.
apologize.
But
But
hopefully,
hopefully,
you can
you
come
can
back
come back
again
again
sometime,
sometime
either this
either this
spring or
spring or
summer,
summer,
and
and
we do
we
this
do this
again.
again.
And we
And
look
we look
forward to
forward to
coming and
coming and
visiting
visiting
you.
you.
Maybe if
Maybe
you
if
have
you
a
have a
conference in
conference in
Bahamas,
Bahamas,
we're gonna
we're
be
gonna be
Yes,
flying there
flying
where the
there where the
world
world
belongs,
belongs,
yeah,
and I will be
absolutely.
there in
there
your
in your
backyard.
backyard.
So
So
Yes, let's do a mastermind here. I have done a lot of
yes,
masterminds here, or
mastermind. Yeah.
mastermind, yeah.
yeah, or retreat. Absolutely, as soon as we are opening up again, after this incredible,
Absolutely.
horrific,
Yes.
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 virus will be conquered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
So
last
the
thing that
last
I
thing that I
really
really
want to
want
ask
to ask
yes,
is,
yes. Mhm. Sorry.
so yes,
so yes,
the last
the
thing that I
last thing
want
that
to
I want
ask
to ask
you,
you,
what
what
are the
are the
three
three
things like
things like
what
what
contribute
contribute
the number
number
one
one number one
uh,
uh,
message that you
message that
can
you
give
can
our
give our
viewers to
viewers to
contribute to your
contribute to your
success?
success?
Why do you
Why do
think
you
you're
think
very
you're very
successful in
successful in
everything that you're
everything that
doing
you're
right
doing
now,
right now,
and
and
also in
also
the
in the
relationship
relationship
at one
at
time?
one time?
What
What
makes you
makes
very
you very
successful?
successful?
What do you
What do
think
you
that
think
number
that
one
number
thing
one
that
thing
makes
that
you
makes you
successful?
successful?
Um, you were a little garbled. I'm not 100% sure if I understood. What makes me most successful, or what makes you, anybody, most successful in relationships? I didn't quite get the question.
What
What
makes
makes
you
you
successful in
successful in
everything that
everything that
you
you
do
do
in
in
life?
life?
The
The
number one
number
thing
one
that
thing
makes
that
you
makes you
successful
successful
that our
that our
viewers can
viewers
relate.
relate.
It was so garbled. I'm so sorry, Angie. I did not understand it. I only understood successful. What makes you successful in a relationship, or what makes me a successful businesswoman, or a successful coach and trainer and mentor?
Both.
Both.
Both. Okay. So number one is know what you want and know your subject. I believe even if you study something, you have to do so much more research. If you haven't read at least 100 books about the subject that you want to teach to others, then you're not ready yet. So preparation, and being constantly updated. It's not that you put a certificate onto the wall, or a plaque to the wall, and said, I am this. I have so many of those, but they mean nothing unless you have tested it yourself. Nobody can teach anything the way you can, because um, it is your print, your imprint, your personality that comes through. And be generous in your heart. Because it's not about you. It is about how you can change somebody else's life. How can you make somebody's life better? But also value yourself. So very often I hear that somebody says, well, I don't have the money for this, or it's too expensive. It's only too expensive if you don't give enough value. Money is, money is currency, and currency is something that needs to flow. Money comes and goes. It needs to flow. It needs to do something in order to be productive. The thing that you cannot get more of, you can always get more money. You can never get more time. So I believe very often we forget how important our time is and somebody else's time. So honor somebody else's time. So don't waste anybody's time, and also honor your time, which means you need to become clear about what is important for you and where you can serve best. And I believe, and when you do this with a total generosity of your heart, and don't feel and believe and make a statement that you know it all, because you don't. I don't know it all. Nobody knows it all. Then you're in a good place, and you will be serving others, and you will be a light in this world for others to follow.
That is
That is
powerful.
powerful.
Thank you
Thank you
so much,
so much,
Dr.
Dr.
Christie, for
Christie, for
that.
that.
Because
Because
there's a
there's a
lot of
lot of
people
people
out
out
there
there
that
that
sometimes
sometimes
they
they
don't
don't
value
value
their
their
own
own
selves,
self,
including
including
me.
me.
Remember,
Remember,
I've
I've
been
been
asking
asking
you,
you,
why
why
do I
do I
feel
feel
bad
bad
judging
judging
people?
people?
Yeah.
And I
And
get
I
to
get
work
to
with
work with
those
these
people
people
that I
that I
learned
learned
from
from
you
you
that
that
if I
I
don't
don't
value
value
my
my
own
own
time,
time.
nobody will
Nobody will
value me.
value me.
Yeah.
So,
So
yes,
yes,
it's
it's
very
very
important that
important
way.
that
So,
way.
for
So for
all
all
our
our
viewers
viewers
Like Dr. Christie said, if you value your time, people will start valuing you and what you have to offer. And as he said, don't waste other people's time
Yes.
and you don't waste your own time. So that is powerful, Dr. Christie. I value you so much for your knowledge, ideas, and you're just a powerful rock and roll woman that I ever knows.
Thank you. Yes, I'm turning 75 next month. No, not next, in April. Can you believe it?
Oh my God! I can't believe that.
I guess my
Amazing.
children, my 5 children and 9 grandchildren, they keep me young, and I'm constantly reinventing myself. And I believe that this is another gold nugget. Age has nothing to do with what you want to do, but don't lose time. Don't squander time. Time is precious. So don't think you can do everything much later. You may not get that chance anymore, or it may be too late. Like I had 2 mini strokes, and I could never believe that this could even happen to me, but it was a wake-up call, to not to wait, but to do what I know I need to do and what I came here to do now, and not put it, not procrastinate. It's so easy to procrastinate and to resist that what you know you have to do, but you resist it because there's always something that can come in the way. There is always something. So life always happens, but if you stay focused on what you need to do and want to do and go for it, you stay in the flow as well, just as money, and you be rejuvenated and you stay young. I think I'm a good example for that.
Yes. And I can tell you I really wish that when I get your age, I still look the same like you. I can't wait.
You will. You have such good genes on top of everything. You have the spirit and you have the genes.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And you are right. A lot of people wait until something bad happens until they start living.
Yes.
And I love the fact that you said that with all those wake-up calls, you learn how to live and value every moment of it.
Yes.
And that's exactly what message that we tell our viewers right now. It's very important. Start living your life.
Yes.
Until don't wait until something bad happens. So that's the great message like that.
Yeah.
I want to thank you, Jeff Chen, for watching, Janila, Melina. Thank you so much, Melina Tan. Thank you so much for watching. And also, Amy, I appreciate your wisdom, Dr. Christie. Thank you so much. And yes, and we are coming to the hour of our talk show. We'd love to have Dr. Angelika again. So message us, you want her back again. I want her back again. So you request that so that we will come back again. But please give us any message, any last message to our viewers, Dr. Angelika. Thank you so much. Maybe you can a message, tell them what we this year, or how can you help more of us.
Okay. Yes. So I plan to have a group coaching, a 6-month group coaching that I start in April. So if you are interested, and that group coaching will be a lot of things. Of course, it goes along the 7 C's. So there will be talk about the clarity, courage, commitment, confidence, all of the C's, and collaboration. So everybody who wants to have a clear outcome within a year or 6 months. We do 6 months first, and then we do another 6 months for those who want to go on. But this time of year, we usually get a little bit disappointed with all of the great intentions we had, the goals, but we already feel it's not probably again another year where maybe it's not going to come to the vision or to the result that we really want. And a group coaching, and it's going to be small. I will only have a maximum of 12 women. So it will be small, because I want to really work with everybody and have the group support each other so that we accomplish more than you can even imagine. So that's going to start in April. So if you're interested in this, please message me or email me and to get the invitation and more information about it. And then my book, I have actually already pre-sold many copies. If you would like to be mentioned, acknowledged, and thanked in my ebook, the printed book, that's too late for that now. That's already will be coming out next month. But there will also be an ebook version. And in the ebook, I still, if you order it and buy it now, and I have a link for that, then you will be in the acknowledgement of the ebook. So these are two ways. And of course, I have some people where I send the hardcover book to Canada. So I have many people, so I need to send them to Canada, and that can happen. And of course, then there is the ebook, which is, of course, not a problem at all. It goes just like that anywhere in the world. So if you're interested in how to revive your relationship, or you have some issues, and it's not just with your partner, it can be issues with your parents, with your siblings, with your friends, co-workers. Relationship is relationship. And but it always starts with the relationship with yourself. So we fix you first, even though there is no fixing. We make you whole and confident and strong and radiant and unapologetically yourself first. And then you can embrace all other relationships and know how to handle them better.
Wow, that's amazing. And you know what? We all need that help we can get. And sometimes we thought that we're good. I get it discovered. And you'll say, I have a great relationship with myself. I can have a great relationship with my husband. But deep inside, we really can. Something is really missing. And that's where Dr. Angelika comes in and fill in the gaps of whatever that gap is. That's where she comes. Because we experience firsthand. She didn't read it on a book. She experienced it on her own self and relationship. And you're right, Angelika. Sometimes if we're not at peace with ourselves and we have something missing and there's a gap on understanding our own self, how can we, this is what I say, how can we love others if we don't even know how to love ourselves? So how can we that?
And let me just say that one thing, because we never really quite get it. You can love others in pieces. You can love others because of this and because of this. And the part that is not so lovable, you can leave off. But when it comes to yourself, you cannot love yourself in pieces. You have to love yourself exactly who you are. And from there, then you can, become better and more understanding and more forgiving, because we are usually too harsh on ourselves, right? So loving yourself is so much more. I call it actually heroic self-love. And heroic self-love is is not selfish, but it's self-healing.
Yes. And that is very important to have, because as I said, if it's not so clear where is the missing piece, if we don't know and we don't know how to find it,
Yeah.
we need help. And
Yes.
we need to be humble to really ask help, especially some people who are really wonderful to give and have the idea and knowledge to do it. We don't have no excuse. So that's why it's out to Dr. Angelika Christie. Find her on Facebook, because she is there. She is so easy to connect with. Just message her on the messenger and she will absolutely get back to you. But remember, you live in Bahamas. So if it's different sounding. So if she's not going to get back, she's not
Eastern. Yes, it's
just
Eastern.
on the beach.
That happens, yes. So I'm 2 hours. I'm 2 hours later. So your show started at 8, and for me it's 10 o'clock in the night, right? So I'm Eastern time.
Yes.
Eastern Coast.
Exactly. So anyways, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Angie. It was such a pleasure and such an honor, and I love you so much. You are such a generous and beautiful light, and such a leader. It's such an honor to be here with you.
It's been an honor. It's been an honor, Angelika. Thank you for seeing. Yes, I can see our viewers are really saying great things about what you give us today. It's valuable knowledge, a great idea, wonderful your passion. So please come back again.
I come back. I already see some people want me back, so absolutely I come back.
Yes, that's awesome.
Okay.
Yes, we'll bring you to Canada as well.
Yes, as soon as it gets warmer. I don't like the snow.
No, I understand. We don't like it. So anyways, you have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. And this talk show will never be possible without all our viewers, valuable viewers around the world. And thank you for every all your support and sharing our talk show to a lot of people. It means so much to us, because the more we can make a ripple effect or create a ripple effect to impact more people. Again, we're not 100% asking for many people. We're asking 1% of all the viewers who will be impacted and make a difference. So we love you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so very much. And thank you to Angelika for every night. So good night, everyone.
Good night.
God bless you.
God bless you.